Can you neighbors see? Excellent. Welcome to the shed shop. I'm going to sit in this wet chair. It's been on and off raining all day. Hello, fatty buntings. We're on a lean. Neighbor Kyle knows all about my yard. There's no level spots, so we're just going to sit on a lean for a moment, neighbors. Would you like to know what these are? Well, this is a Husqvarna 570. Don't worry, I've ordered the 575 sticker for it that I have put a Meteor 575 top end on. This is a 361 I've torn down and gone through because it has sat for years and years outside. And we put it back together. It was in excellent condition. I was told it's a very low hour saw, and I do believe that. It just sat outside and was neglected and abused. Don't worry, I've ordered a brand new name badge that cost me over $12 because Stihl does us dirty and charges us $6 freight on one tiny little plastic part. Neighbors, I've just come back from the Shell and gotten my gasoline, 97, because the ethanol free has had some issues. And neighbor Kyle, are you there, neighbor? I think I'm gonna start keeping my gas inside the shed shop again. Sorry guys, something has caused pressure. And ironic that my pain in my neck and my back makes me do that, but that's what happens. It builds up in my throat. I don't know. Anyways, neighbors, Kyle, because the thing is, Kyle and other neighbors, the thing is, when I was running the 026 and the 028 for Bo and Mike today, they both did some weird kind of running away stuff, and I was thinking, whilst I was driving to and fro town today to get some Echo 2-mix power blend that we're going to try, neighbors, it's supposed to be almost as good as the Red Armor Echo puts out. So anyways, whilst I was driving, I thought, Kyle has been on me for a while about my gas containers just sitting outside. And he's right. The way they expand and contrast, neighbors, and moisture probably gets in there. And I got to thinking, they only did it in random times. And I used up the last bit of gas, and I mixed from my 2 cans, my 2 gallon and 1 gallon of 2-mix. Of 2-stroke mix, and so I got to wondering, they both did the same exact thing and ran perfectly fine. Other than that, it is a little bit of weird weather, and that makes saws do crazy things. But just in case, I want to avoid all of the possible contributors to headaches to saws not being perfect, because my problem is when they do one little thing like that, I'm afraid to send them out. I don't want my business to suffer because people think I'm doing them dirty, and maybe that's part of the footage. But anyways, neighbors, it's sad that we have to do that, but in this business, a lot of mechanics do people dirty. Not just this kind of stuff, but cars and everything else. And it's just like cops. A lot of cops are dirty, filthy, vile, disgusting assholes with little man syndrome or little woman syndrome. They're just shitty people that have been trained shitty. Okay? That doesn't mean they're completely shitty people, but in their job capacity, they're shitty people. The problem with that is, we look at all cops as shitty, and that's not fair. I'm guilty of it. I try not to, but I'm guilty of it because there's a presumption of guilt, not a presumption of innocence. In this country, you are guilty until proven innocent. Sorry, not sorry, neighbors. We imprison more people than almost the rest of the world combined. Okay? So anyways, why the hell am I sitting here talking to you? I'm going to tell you what the hell happened at Shell, and I'm also going to tell you why I'm sitting here talking to you, because I'm struggling with all the things that could be wrong. What if the chip blows up? I had 2 little like lead pieces fall out of this from somewhere, and you would think they were the flywheel key, but they're not. And I don't know where they came from. It doesn't look like anything that's part of the saw itself. Why were they in the saw? I do not know. But that one, essentially, I don't have to break it in, but I'll still run it through like a quarter or half a tank at idle with no bar and chain, just to kind of watch what it does, listen to it, see if everything's going to be okay. I did clean everything, make sure the piston and cylinder, or the ring and the wall of the cylinder still know each other, are still in love, and still married. And on this one, I'm thinking, boy, I did a Permatex gasket. You got to be real careful. Did my Permatex get into my impulse hole? Did I do everything right? Did Meteor do me dirty? Is something wrong with my top end? I doubt they did me dirty, but they did me dirty on not having a brass nipple because they're having supply issues. I still had to spend $22 on a part, and I did not anticipate this saw costing me $22 more for my top end to be complete. Anyways, point being, I have to rip cord, and I'm in pain, And I've done enough of that today, fighting Mike's saw. It hard started, and I better make sure his saw, now that I'm thinking about it, damn it, neighbors, make sure his saw's starting okay again. Anyways, and so, whilst I overcome the battle of pulling cord and wondering, will it be redeemed, both these saws? And I'll think about, will my 32-inch bar or my 36-inch bar I have fit this saw? I think they will, neighbors. And it's a 575, so I think it will run that. Because I and Kyle are hopefully gonna F with this muffler and turn it into a beast. Because the airflow in this thing is garbage, in my opinion. Anyways, so, moving on. Neighbors, that is that battle. That is that struggle. So in the meantime, whilst I do that, let me tell you a story real quick. And then we'll put some of our new gasoline, fresh gasoline, with Echo Power Blend 2 Mix that we're going to try into our saws. And then we'll see if they're going to fire up. This one has to be idled through an entire tank. Y'all neighbors, tell me what you think about that break-in process. One guy once told me and Ted Neitzel and other neighbors in the comments that that causes glazing, and that no manufacturer has ever recommended to break in a chainsaw that way. I find that funny because several steel mechanics have told me that the factory actually recommends for them to break their chainsaws in, and some of the stores do, some of the dealers do. They run the whole damn saw before they put it in the shelf through a damn break-in process, an idle process, and then tell the homeowner the break-in process to go through after that. Listen, that's just what I'm told. Is it the truth? I don't know, neighbors. Anyways, it's not every steel dealer. Trust me, this is few and far between. I know that do this, okay? Anyways, so I'm at the Shell, and this guy in his Dodge Charger peels out and does a fishtail. It's just finished raining. It's blacktop and almost goes off the road. And I got pissed off, and I said, "Yeah, you're cool. Not fucking cool. You dumbass. You're not the only one on the road. Go to the back roads and do that shit." And that's how I felt. And there was a lady with her kids in the car. Well, it was her grandbabies, but her daughter was inside. Oh, hello, water. Yes, would you like to come out of there, please? Don't get neighbor Ace's backpack blower wet, neighbor, okay? I've had to cover up the backpack blower. I was working on it today, and it started raining. Anyways, so essentially, I had let out all this vulgar language in front of this lady, and she's basically like, "No, you're right," when I apologized to her. "Sorry, I didn't mean to curse like that in front of your kids. I just use words. They're just words to me. Even though society says they're wrong, they're just words." Anyways, so essentially, she's like, "You're right, that's stupid." And all the things that went through my mind, like, okay, I don't have a problem with you having fun with your powerful vehicle, but there's a place for it. And in the middle of the damn city, where there's people with kids on the road, in their vehicle, it's not the fucking place, neighbor. You have no right to risk those kids' lives if you make a mistake being an idiot. Okay? We're all risking each other's lives getting in vehicles. But the point is, if we're careful and we're safe, then we don't have to worry about that shit. But when you do shit like that at 4 p.m., 4:30 p.m., on a fucking Monday, when everybody's in a rush to get home, the 4 o'clockers, and the 4:30ers, and the 3:30ers, and the people at 5 o'clock are crazy inside, making everybody else that's on their way home crazy, and you want to peel out on a wet road when you've got hundreds of cars all over the place around you in every direction, right next to a 4-way busy red light intersection coming out of a gas station where there's a business on every corner, one of them being a bank. Yes, it was closed, but that's not the point, okay? So my point being, you have no right to risk other people's lives like that. You're a dumbass, neighbor. I really wish I knew who you were so I could tell you you're a dumbass. It's okay, I forgive you, I still love you, but you're a dumbass. Because that is essentially what this grandma said. Yeah, what if he hit me and my grandbabies, or my daughter and my grandbabies? And she told me about some other idiot peeling out through the Shell parking lot and almost took out 2 pumps on Friday afternoon last week. You guys, you gotta stop doing that shit out there. I get we're fun, we're spontaneous, we're human beings, we do stupid shit, but listen, we have no right to do that shit in parking lots and shit, okay? In the middle of the night, fine, you live in the country, there's a closed down Walmart or some shit, or closed down old hardware store or some shit parking lot, Fine, law says it's illegal, but you know what? Again, we're all human beings. We got to have fun. We got to have release. I'd rather you do that shit, do donuts in a vacant parking lot, than get high on heroin. So if that's your heroin hits, that's your dopamine hits, neighbors, by all means. But again, it's just like somebody getting high on heroin, stealing somebody's shit so they can get high. That's wrong, neighbor. Don't do it. It's wrong. Let's stop doing each other dirty with the stupid little shit like that, thinking it's not a big deal. It is a fucking big deal. That's how people die. That's how the course of history is altered immensely without you even realizing it. Because you did some stupid shit, did some donuts in the middle of the fucking day, in the middle of the damn road, or some fishtails, I'm sorry, to burn out in your badass car, and you killed somebody. And then you've altered the entire future of the fucking universe without even realizing it. You don't know who you fucking killed, neighbor. You don't know whose lives you affected. You don't know what bitterness you caused to grow inside some grandma's heart, or some daddy's heart, or some sister's heart, or some cousin's heart, where they're screaming in the courtroom while they say they believe in Jesus that they will never forgive you and you should be electrocuted. So, neighbors that are doing this kind of shit, I gotta get to work. But my point is, what I said it is. Think. I don't always think. I do stupid shit. But I'm the one that says, well, damn, these are the reasons I shouldn't be doing that shit after the fact. And sometimes, even though I know all those reasons, I still do stupid shit. I should stop, though. I'm being a bad neighbor, and I'm fucking with your life. I'm sorry, neighbors. I do you dirty in my character, in my day, in my life. I will keep working hard to get better and be better and love people better and be more considerate of all 8 billion human beings out there. Let's see what the hell happens, damn it. I'm gonna fill these with gas whilst I pause you, neighbors. Is that okay? I gotta put this shit back on. I took them off because I wanted you to understand the severity and seriousness behind what the hell I'm saying. Okay, neighbors, let's get to work, damn it. I'll pause you. My ass is wet now. Sat down too long. Chit, 11 minutes. Y'all should have told me. I've been talking too long. Well, see, y'all neighbors, I paused you. And therefore, you couldn't tell me I was pouring all kinds of gas out my chainsaw onto the table, onto the ground. Where is our gasoline coming from, you ask, neighbors? Well, it looks like it is coming from, it appears, our tank vent. Am I certain? No. Am I 99% certain? Yes. So, that is the life, though. That is what happens. This is a massive gas tank. I've just wasted probably 50 cents in gas. Destroyed my brand new table. It's still pouring off. Yep, 100%, 99.9% gasolina. Some water. Mostly gas. So, should we see if this one's leaking, neighbors, since I've had to drain this one? In an emergency, I also had went in and grabbed the two most common, spline and hexagon, for some husqvarnas because I couldn't remember if it was a flathead or not. Do you know why I think there's 30 different carburetor adjustment screwdrivers for two-stroke motors? Well, because, neighbors, if you can't adjust your carburetor, your chip blows up, it doesn't last as long, they got to sell you more chip, or you got to pay people like me to fix your chip because the manufacturers do you dirty. So, let's see if the chip will hold fuel or not, neighbors. A guy told me yesterday, neighbor Jesse, I know you're busy as hell, but maybe you're there, neighbor, that he uses hair bleach to whiten this shit. And he sent me some pictures of what he did, and it looks brand new. So, I forgot to buy some, but I'm going to try that chip on one of my plastic handles and see if mine looks as nice as his does. Because he sent me the befores and afters. I have bleached this one because it was filthy, vile, and disgusting with mildew. Okay, so our husqvarna leaks. I have to go see Brian tomorrow and ask him, do you have a tank vent for me, neighbor? And hopefully he does, because they got some parts from my 55 I need to get. Chain tensioner screw and a chain catch. Should we see if this leaks, neighbors? This has a huge damn gas tank. Holy shit. Thing holds a lot of fuel. I bet you this gas cap. You know what, neighbors? I think it fucking leaks too. I can't tell if it's water or gas. We'll have to blow it off, dry it off and stuff. Okay, because it's been sitting on the wet table. Damn it. This is why I hate wet days. I knew better. I almost grabbed my towel and I didn't. But either way, should we see if this shit starts, neighbors? Screw it. Even if it might be leaking, I think it's just water. Nope, it's all along the side. Nope, something's wrong. Oh, I laid it down on its side to fill it. Okay, let's see if it starts. Screw it. Double check my carb. This says 1/4 turnout on the low. You think that's right? I'm gonna go 3/4. I'm gonna go 1. Okay, here we go, neighbors. Decom valve in. Doesn't feel good. I know the decom valve is in, but damn. Don't like it. Should have popped by now. I would think anyways. Feels like my decom valve is stuck. Oh, it wasn't in. I wonder if I didn't hear it pop. No, something ain't right. This has an advanced filtration on it, so unfortunately that decom valve shouldn't pop out on the first pull. It is an aftermarket. Saw it popping. I can't keep pulling cord. This is a nightmare. This is why this is the part I hate the most. It is agonizing to me to do this shit. It really is, neighbors. Agonizing fucking pain. Most of that didn't even go in because it's got a little filtration at the bottom of it here. I should go get a dropper, but I don't feel like it. Nope. This shit ain't gonna run. I suppose we ought to check it for spark, I guess. Hell, maybe the coil's bad. I didn't check it for spark. That thing actually just kind of slid off pretty easy. There it goes. That didn't sound good. Something seized up. Yeah, that didn't sound good at all, neighbors. I think we have a fuel delivery issue, honestly. not spark. But this is where I don't think I can pull cord anymore. This will shut me down for the rest of the day. That's it. That's my day, neighbors. That's it. I've just shut myself down because I have to pull cord like that sometimes. When you rebuild saws, unfortunately, as much as I don't like to admit, sometimes that's what happens. For me anyways. Maybe that's not normal, but sometimes just that initial getting them going, if there's one little thing not quite right, getting them going and figuring out what it is hell. So we'll try a little bit more. We'll try it with choke now. It's seized up. I thought something wasn't right. It's seized up. It has seized up. Good thing is I have another 361 motor. Bad thing is this sucks because I've went through all this work to have this fucking thing seize up. That sucks, neighbors. It is what it is. Should we get the drill and see if it's the recoil or not? Let's do it, neighbors. I'll be right back. Essentially, I was hoping to do my mower carburetor whilst this thing idled and started to break in. But I guess maybe that's what I'll go to. I don't know. My grass is wet though, so I can't really cut it. It didn't rain much, but it's been on and off all day. I knew not to keep pulling, man. I knew something weren't right. Nope, it's 100% seized. That's it, neighbors. All that work to have my saw seize on me. All that work. But do you know why I went through all that work? Because this guy told me I could start this saw right up. And all I did was break it apart, rebuild the carb, and put everything back together, inspect everything. Everything looked good. But now the saw is seized. Why is it seized is the question. I do not know. We'll have to take the top end off and find out. That's going to be it, neighbors. Just remember, be kind to one another. Everyone's facing a battle. This is my battle. Excruciating, agonizing pain because shit like this can happen to you. But you know what, neighbors? I still love all 8 billion of you. And here's the important thing. Let's keep persevering, damn it. There's my lawnmower carburetor, neighbors, where Matthew did me dirty. Okay, keep persevering. Don't quit.